into turn 1. I cannot believe what I just saw. This is the corner off of 4. The 22 just gasses it into the left rear. Look at this. Cars come piling in. Big hits, especially for AJ.
Yeah, Austin Cindric.
I'm guessing this picture right here might go up on Allmendinger's wall as he wins at Bristol sideways at the finish line.
You know, as long as I've watched racing, it's amazing.
Turn 2. Big spin.
Cautions out.
And sliding down to the apron.
Noah Gregson.
Oh,
Sorry, guys.
that's a shame.
To catch it back to the right.
Yeah.
Sideways.
Seemed loose back
Boom.
there.
Yeah.
Exactly like Ross
Chastain
Chastain at California earlier this year. That is a hard hit, as hard as you can hit.
Well, one, these cars, right, lower profile tire, pretty stiff. That underwing works great in a straight line, but loses a lot of downforce when it goes into yaw. The car doesn't have a lot of side force, so really hard to catch these cars once it goes around.
Well, I think it doesn't have a lot of downforce, meaning it doesn't have a lot of air pushing down on the
push.
Whoa, baby. Whoa.
Big spot.
Oh, round cars go on the back straight. I don't know who that is, but there's
Got one
several
up
of
on
them.
top of it. Yeah, it's 4 of them. 4-car pileup in the back straightaway.
Whoa, one almost went over. Yeah.
Top of the screen, 1 car completely sideways. I believe that's Cindric.
There's that one I almost saw go over, the 16, I believe it was.
It was LaJoy that I saw first.
Yes.
Around backwards.
You're riding with Harvick.
Yeah, here it is. LaJoy right in his lap, right in front of him, nowhere to go.
Oh, my. You got creamed on the left side. Go straight, Yara.
I think he just lost it trying to stay off the car.
Multiple cars involved in this caution. The 6th one of the night, and
Helping this 26 car through the middle. Looks like he gets loose before Brandon. Brandon maybe no contact at all. Contact with the 2. The 2's going to go back across the racetrack into the outside wall. And there's hard contact in the passenger door of the 2. Let's see that. So the 2's going to shoot back across the racetrack here. Right in front of traffic. Big contact.
Joe Graff Jr. in the 07 hit him.
Look at how far in it's pushed the door bars. And then that was crazy how it's folded that car up like that.
Saw John Hunter Nemechek. He was loose before the 68 car got into the back of him with Brandon Brown. And now Creed back up the racetrack, and you said it, just a hard impact on that right side.
It buckled the roof on the 2 car.
Roof, what? That is just a hard impact on that right side. And Creed knows, oh, this isn't going to be good. Boom, look at that roof.
Look how it pulled the car up.
Advantage John Hunter right here, I think. Oh, he's loose!
Oh, no, he's in the wall!
Hard into the wall.
Wow!
The 7 of Allgaier as well. Brandon Jones is in it. Hemrick is involved.
A lot of playoff drivers.
Nowhere to go, man.
4 wide. Trying to come out of turn 2. Sam Mayer has damage.
Oh, no. Look at this.
Here, see him get loose, and now he just spins around.
And Allgaier was just sticking his nose up in there because he saw the opening. He wasn't going. And then when John Hunter got loose, he just, he was still on the throttle, the 7. Took up that spot, and there was nowhere to go. There's no racetrack left. John Hunter's coming around right in front of the 7. And then it just sucks everybody into it. Boy, it's a hard hit by Justin Allgaier.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, and the 18.
Yeah, Nemechek hit really hard. And then 19 up in the air.
Man.
Brandon Jones.
Pool behind them. You see the damage to the front of that car. There's Hemrick.
Oh, we got a spin on the back straightaway. Big crash.
42 involved. 47. 48's back there. Bubba Wallace in the 23.
How about the 18? How about Kyle Busch?
Kyle Busch slowly gets through it.
Yeah, we see the 23 turned around, collecting more and more cars. Now the track is blocked. You can't just slow these things down and stop on a dime. You're basically getting shoved and pushed into the crash. Smoke starts to cover the racetrack where you can't see where to go to avoid this crash and avoid cars spinning. That's exactly what it looks like behind the wheel.
I'd like to go back and see that again. I think Bubba just got loose, but
heavy hits for these guys as they're getting bounced around inside the cars.
If he wasn't able to clear him there, he was going to be in trouble. You know, being stuck on the bottom.
Trouble.
Oh, we got a big wreck here.
26 Casgrala, 4 Garrett Smithley. Second caution of the day.
I'm telling you guys, these cars are a handful right now. I mean,
It kind of went up the racetrack. There's the 4. Kind of know where to go. Once you commit to a lane, you're kind of committed. And for the driver, it's hard, right? Like right there, look at, you can't even see the 4 in the smoke. That means he can't see where he's going either. And so he's 100% relying on the spotter. Coleman, what's that like for you?
Well, obviously, it's a very difficult situation. With the high banking, you kind of look at it as a Bristol-type incident that it's going to funnel down. But because they wrecked so...
Remember the start of the race? He didn't have any water in that car? Look at him go now. Whoa!
Bane goes high into the wall. Here comes Ryan Seed down low.
Oh, no.
And the caution will be out.
2-7.
Barry's involved. Gregson's involved. Sage Karam hits the inside wall.
Justin Allgaier was involved. We're still on Sam Myers.
That's the big one.
I think he felt like he was clear, but just wasn't quite there. Gets a little bump and into the wall, and then the car just kind of peels off the wall, Joseph, and gets all these guys along the way.
Yeah, and you know, Trevor was clear. He was clear, but when he moved up in front of him, it's so tight to his back bumper, it looks like it loosened him up.
Yeah.
You know, and he got loose and chased it into the wall, and then he was still chasing. Here we go. You see Trevor move up in front of the 16. He's clear. It's just tight. Gets the air taken off into the wall. Now he's trying to catch it. He's still trying to catch it. They're 3 wide and just collects everybody else. I mean, when I say everybody else, like everybody else.
Logano and Hamlin on the front row. Chastain and Byron. Gregson on older tires with Kyle Busch. Here we go. Oh boy, and around goes Ty Dillon.
A bunch of them. Christopher Bell, Blaney, Almirola around.
Priest is in it. Buscher misses it. Several cars piled up. Now they're all stacked up right. Oh boy.
Both lanes too, all over the place. This takes me back to the rule that they've changed this rule. The restart. They've added length to the restart zone. And what does that do, Tony? It gives you a chance as a leader to do a different thing, to differentiate yourself and juke them out, if you will, of when you take off. That stacks the competition up behind you, or it can.
Let's ride with Christopher Bell.
3, 2, 1. Green flag. Checking up.
Just a big check up there.
Now Joey's up. Joey says, forget it. Oh, he's turned.
He is turned. Logano in the wall. LaJoy and Stenhouse bring the caution out for the 6th time.
I saw it. He was thinking about it earlier, decided to go for it. Sees the run coming. Big run, by the way. As soon as he touches him, man, it didn't take much.
He just needed LaJoy to wait a half a beat longer to get off the transition from the banking down to the backstretch before he made contact there, and they would have been okay.
Looks like Suarez got a little bit of that too, right there. Maybe a lot of it.
Yeah, a lot of movement back there in the back, 2 and 3 wide. Pretty even. Oh, look at that. Guys getting checked up. Big contact back there. J.J. Ailey's around the 10, the 2, hard into the wall.
Oh, goodness. Kyle Busch involved. Big damage on the 18 as well. This is the concern about pitting and losing track position, is the chaos on the starts. Huge damage to the two-centric. Middle of 3 wide. McDowell's going to check up and then see what happens from here.
Looks like he gets a little bit loose. He's trying to save it. More and more contact.
But the 10 spins up in front. I'm going to have to watch it again to see how the 10 spun around. Was it contact from the 15, Junior?
I believe a little contact with the with another car, not the 15, but move back here to the contact.
Yeah, there you go. Right?
10, 15 gets him right there. And getting overcorrected into the wall head on by the 2. That's your worst nightmare, I think, in a race car. Being turned head on into the wall like that at such a high speed. Even though they're on a restart here, not full speed, these are still tremendous hits for these guys.
Look at Ty Gibbs.
That safer barrier move.
That safer barrier, big move. Ways back of the car around like he's spinning out right here in this shot, and then, you know, don't know why he was sideways, having a mechanical issue, tire down, don't know, and then got turned to the right and head on into the wall.
In finger to the bottom, Rhodes getting put in the middle. Woo.
3 still.
That's going to get tight off. Oh, Eckes. Oh, and then Eckes got into the wall. Excuse me, Majeski got into the wall, and then when he did, he rebounded off into the tail of his teammate Ben Rhodes.
Wow. Eckes.
Yeah, that's where, again, the 99's got a lot of wheel in it, off of 4. The 66 is on the top side, trying to give him room, like he was trying to be the teammate buddy. They survived this first little moment right here, and then as the trucks settle, boom.
Eckes, or excuse me, Majeski, I think just touched a little bit with the rear of the truck on the wall, and that created the front end movement into Rhodes.
That's a reminder how fast these guys are going. That 3,300-pound truck up into the air. Majeski gets a little bit out of shape on the high side and just ran into Ben Rhodes.
Collision between Johnny Sauter, Drew Dollar, and Trey Hutchins. Hutchins' truck had come to a stop on track, and Dollar and Sauter came through turn 4, and
Sauter was tucked right up under Dollar.
Been scrubbing the wall for a while yet, and then Sauter and Dollar came up.
When you saw John Hunter was behind them, he still had a great deal of speed too, so the caution must not have been out yet, and the drivers didn't know that Hutchins was just going to be sitting in the road. Oh, you could see Sauter wouldn't be able to see through the 51 truck of Dollar. And look, the speed that John Hunter has coming in there.
I guess Johnny's spotter, the veteran Tab Boyd, had radioed that he just did not see the 14.
Check up behind him.
And the 4 almost got into turning 2. Now the 3 wide.
And around goes the 18. He catches the 19. Mark Triggs Jr. into the wall.
Get going. They're wrecking behind it. Pick it up a little bit.
Contact. Cole Custer involved.
From the highest of high to now the low. Cole Custer wins at Kentucky and now wrecks out at Texas.
And everybody up, Junior.
Now let's see how this 18 gets loose here. Oh, he gets tagged by the 10.
Did the 10 get hit by the 1?
Yeah, I think the 1 got in the quarter panel of the 10, turned him into the 18, and look at that behind him.
They're running to each other, and then look how close everybody is, and just not enough room. Watch that 18 car.
Man.
Yeah, that's
Truex got in the fence hard there.
Yeah, he did. They got hit hard.
Yeah, that's a bad angle.
Stenhouse Jr.
Joey, you know that any vibration when you're in a pack like this, especially when you're a rookie. Oh, there it goes.
In the middle.
Oh, no. Lost away himself and upside down is the 45 of Majeski.
Let's hope he gets back on his tires here.
That thing's square on the roof. What a shame.
That's Fogelman in the 0-2, wasn't it?
Yeah, and then, man, Majeski just turned sideways down the front, and it just tipped right over. NASCAR does so much work in the wind tunnel to have flaps, air flaps, different panels on the truck that blow away that is supposed to prevent that, but probably just one of those circumstances that put him in a real jeopardy.
Yeah, and you know, bumping through the tri-oval here is the sketchiest place to do it. And you see that big set that you saw that white truck make right there. He needed room to save it. And you try to do everything you can to not run into other cars. You try to do everything you can to keep your truck going straight. And unfortunately, wrong place at the wrong time for Ty.
9 trucks involved. Let's ride along with the 6.